Assalamu alaikum guys. Today we are going to study about the types of data, and we have got three areas in which we are going to study the data. If we are studying it by nature, the data to be considered by nature, there are two types, qualitative and quantitative. If we are considering the data to be in the domain of collection, it can be primary or secondary. And if it is with respect to time and entity, it can be of four types, that is cross-sectional, time period, time series, pool data and panel data. It is time series, sorry for that. Okay. So if it is by nature, qualitative and quantitative, any data having true representation with number is a quantitative data. So if it is the data that shows income or population, it is in numbers, numerical sense, so it is quantitative. Qualitative would be if the data represented in words, it is called qualitative data. It can be your perceptions, it can be the observation which you have made, it can be the rating if that rating is in numeric, seeing the observation, it can be given numbers and will be turned as quantitative. If it is based on words, it is qualitative. Okay. If the data is about collection, it can be primary, that is you are taking it directly from the source. If it is secondary, it is indirect, someone else has collected it and you are using that pre-collected data. It can be the observations, it can be the experiment done by someone and you are taking that, it can be survey, it can be questionnaire, it can be personal interview. Okay, so the third area is with respect to time and entity. So there are four types: cross-sectional, time series, pool data, panel data. Okay, very easy. Let's take time period first. If time series data, we are considering there are, in that time series there is just one entity and time is more than one. Let me explain it. What is entity? For example, if you are collecting a data of a student, okay, or a class, grade 7, you are collecting the data of grade 7A, it is one entity. Okay, and you are collecting the data of grade 7A's scores, okay, scores of maths. Okay, but the time series are the scores, final scores of grade 7A. Maybe you are collecting the average score of grade 7A in final exams of past 3 years. Okay, so past 3 years would be more than, time is more than one, but entity is just one, it's just grade 7A only, then it is time series. If the same thing is there but entity is many, there are more than one entity, like grade 7A, B and C, time is just one. You are collecting the data of grade 7A, B and C's average mathematical scores after final exams, and it's just for 1 year, that is 2021 maybe or 22. It's just 1 year. Entities are more than one, that is grade 7A, B, C. So it will be cross-sectional. It can be pool data when it will be considered as a pool data when entity is there, and that is also more than one time, and time series is also more than one time, but entity doesn't repeat. For example, you are collecting the data of class 7A and B and C, right, for the year of 2019, 20 and 21. Okay, and for 2022-23 you are taking the entities grade 8, 9 and 10 scores. Okay, entities are also changing, entities are not repeating. but there are varied numbers, means there are more than one but not repeating. Time is also more than one, that is pool data, but it will turn into panel data. It would be the fourth type only if entity is repeating, and time is also more than one, that is grade 7, the scores of the average mathematical scores of grade 7 A, B and C, okay, in year 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Years are increasing, entities are more, 7A, 7B, 7C, entities are also more than one, yet entities are also repeating. So the average scores of maths of each entity in 2019, in 2020, in 2021, in 2022. Getting my point? So that will be with respect to time and entity. Let me quickly cover this once again. So if the types of data is by nature, it will be qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative is represented by words. Quantitative is basically numeric representation of the data. If it is by collection, it is primary and secondary. And if it is by the time and entity, there are four types: cross-sectional, time series, pool and panel. Time series has got one entity and more time period or years or anything. Cross-sectional has got more entities, while time is just one. Time series is just one. Pool data has got variety of entities and variety of time series, but entities do not repeat. In panel data, it is just like pool data, but entities may repeat. Thank you.